24th November 2023. Now, for today's fundamental update, right, I would like to talk about the Binance Saga and what it could lead to. Okay, so first of all, the US Treasury Department and the Department of Justice, in short form DOJ, have reached a plea agreement with Binance and its CEO, known as CZ, short form, easier to identify him. So CZ, right, he basically, what happened was that Binance faced money laundering charges from the CFTC, accused of insufficient measures to prevent its platform from being used to finance operations by Hamas. The plea deal involves a 50 million payment from CZ and a record 4.3 billion fine for Binance. Okay, and CZ has clarified that the settlement does not imply Binance misused funds or manipulated prices. It's nothing to do. It's more due to the security measures. They didn't really put, enough focus into that. So the approval of a Bitcoin BTC exchange traded fund, or short form better known as ETF, and the regulatory actions against a cryptocurrency exchange like Binance can be interconnected. Okay, but they are separate matters in terms of regulation and market development. Okay, so what is really, I see this whole thing, what does it really mean? That's a more important thing. And how does that link with the ETF, right? So if you see here's how the situation with Binance and its implications could potentially relate to what I was just telling you about. Now, first of all, is the regulatory environment. The actions against Binance may indicate a tightening regulatory environment for cryptocurrency-related businesses. This could also mean that regulatory bodies like SEC are taking a more proactive stance in ensuring that companies in the space are compliant with existing financial laws and regulations. Now, next part, when you have this, then it's talking about market legitimacy. So by addressing and penalizing non-compliance, regulators may be aiming to increase the legitimacy and stability of the cryptocurrency market. So all this is seen like preparation for this already, the BTC ETF. So this could create a more favorable environment for approving regulated products like ETF, right? So because it shows now the commitment to protecting investors and maintaining fair markets. Now, next is the investors protection emphasis. So approval of BTC ETF would require strong emphasis on investor protection, which is aligned with the crackdown on alleged illicit activities in exchanges, i.e. the Binance. So when you set example with high-profile cases, and this can be, I think it's the highest profile because Binance is the biggest exchange in the world. So regulators might be paving the way for approving investment vehicles that offer better investor protection. And next is definitely increased security, because with a major exchange like Binance under scrutiny, all cryptocurrency entities, including those proposing ETF, may face more rigorous evaluations, which are already happening right now. That's why they haven't approved it yet. So this could either delay or accelerate. But from my point of view, I think it's accelerating, because with every single mistakes that's done by previous people, right? So those that are applying for ETF will learn, what to do next. And the approval process, I think, would be faster to meet enhanced regulatory standards. And when you have a precedent for compliance, if the actions against Binance results in better standards within the industry, could encourage this one to enhance the proposal, like we talked just now. So when you enhance this, we are talking about regulatory expectations, possibly increasing the chances of an approval, right? So finally, let's talk about market dynamics, because the removal of a significant player like Binance from certain markets should shift the dynamics of cryptocurrency trading and liquidity. Because if you just can't, you say you can't do this, you can't do that, then people would see that, oh, okay, now I can't, Binance is not offering this. I used to offer this. So what's the next best one? Oh, maybe, for example, like Binance is like the fees, for example, used to be cheaper or more products. But because of this market dynamics, right, they remove this, they can't do this anymore. They have to go back to certain accept a higher fee, for example, or many things inside there that they used to enjoy, but they can't, but they have to go to the next best one. So this will be a chance taken by the SEC to correct things that they felt is not right in the first place. That's why I said like this is a shift of dynamics of cryptocurrency trading and liquidity. So all these actually speed up the process of the legitimacy and getting the Bitcoin ETF or even the Ethereum ETF to be listed as soon as possible. But these are the things that you see in general, that you can think of. But one thing I do notice, other notable observations that I've saw lately, I think that play into this is this. When I put up this thing, I want to look at the 10 owners of Coinbase Global, and a few players, this one I saw on like a few players, they pop up like this: ARK Investment, BlackRock Fund Advisor, then you have the Fidelity Management and Research. So what does this mean? When I saw this thing, okay, so if you look at this, the SEC concurrent action against another crypto exchange, Kraken, and is seemingly singular focus on Coinbase, a centralized, now this is the part here, a centralized exchange, more readily monitored by regulators. Okay, review and intend to streamline the regulatory landscape. The fact that companies with stakes in Coinbase are applying for a BTC ETF might signal a consolidation of focus within an industry. So if you see this overall, right, it gives me this overall idea that, because if you look at the whole idea of a cryptocurrency is decentralization. But when you go for decentralization, it's very difficult to control. And the SEC wants to control, and they're looking for control, right? That's why regulations comes in. But how do they control something that is difficult to control? So in a way, the way I see it is removing slowly reducing the power, removing all those big players, choose one particular player, which is, the way I look at it is like you have all the top fund management that wants this ETF, all of them are what they call investors in Coinbase, and so we choose Coinbase as the thing, as de facto exchange. Okay, so that might be the play going up. Okay, so the keyword here, that might be the play. All this I agree is speculation, but the way they are doing it is like, I remove this, I do this, it's just showing this. So that's the reason why I said these developments hint at a positive outlook for cryptocurrency industry. Because for me, this is like a way to interpret that this is a progressive steps by the SEC towards the BTC ETF approval. Okay, so let's see. We'll just have to wait a bit, and I think we won't need to wait for too long. I believe the market is heating up, sorry, and I believe the latest Q1 or be able to see this ETF already. Okay, so with that, that's the end of the fundamental report for today.